Woo! Welcome in. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Come on in. Pull up a chair. Let's talk. This is the Chief Zone Podcast. My name is Farzin Vasugi, and I am the host of the Chief Zone Podcast. And the Kansas City Chiefs are going to another Super Bowl. The Chiefs are going back to the Super Bowl. All the doubt, all the hate, all of the ups and downs and the adversity, and the Kansas City Chiefs, ladies and gentlemen, are back in the Super Bowl. I know you guys are excited. I'm excited. I'm going to put the link for you guys to call in because I want to hear from every single one of you tonight. I better hear from all of you. Even those who've been bashing this team, saying they'd be one and done in the playoffs, I better hear from you guys. I don't want you guys gone. Bring that same energy tonight. We got a lot to discuss. This could be a long show. I'll go as long as my voice lets me. Man, I can't believe it, man. We're here. I mean, I had confidence in this team. I had my doubts at times. But I told you guys at the beginning of the postseason, we're winning the Super Bowl. And now the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. They are in the Super Bowl. I see all of you in the chat. You guys are excited. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh, my. Let's go. This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Chiefs fans, guess what? Your team is going to Las Vegas. They're undefeated in Vegas. And if you have a lot of money to throw, why not throw it at the Super Bowl? You guys can go to SeatGeek.com, get your tickets there. We know Super Bowl tickets are very expensive. So if you want to save $20, and if you're a first-time SeatGeek customer, use my promo code FARZIN, and you will save $20 off. While spending thousands of dollars. Hey, $20 is better than not. I don't know. I mean, we're in the Super Bowl, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Some of you guys are asking for the link to call in. You guys want to call in? I want you guys to call in right there. Hold on. Let me make sure I can pin it. Okay, we don't need to hear that twice. There it is. The link is there. I have pinned the comment. Come on in. Oh, by the way, before we start, I'm going to take my jersey off here. Give me a second. Hold on. Trust me, it's nothing bad. It's nothing bad. Just give me a sec. The Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl. Hell yeah, baby. Woo! Oh, my. Guys, I am sweating like almost like I ran 10 miles or something. What a season. What a game. Tony Romo was even alluding to it in the end there about how the Chiefs, all the adversity they've gone through this year and everything this team has dealt with. And here they are going back to the Super Bowl. A lot of people wrote the Chiefs off. All of you people who wrote the Chiefs off, I don't want you guys gone. You guys better be commenting and calling in because a lot of you guys had a lot to say, especially when the Chiefs were down. And you guys had a lot to say. It felt like rock bottom at times. Listen, what's that saying? It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Kansas City's here. Kansas City is in the Super Bowl. Let me say that again. Kansas City is in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are going to Las Vegas. Oh boy. It just Raiders fans, their skin's boiling right now. The Chiefs are going to play a Super Bowl in the Raiders' home turf where they're undefeated. Take that, Raiders fans. Raiders fans still flexing over that Christmas game like that. Yeah, that is your Super Bowl. And your coach, I don't know what public event he was at, but he's showing half of his ass wearing a thong wherever the hell he was. But the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. Okay, we got to get this show going, man. Patrick Mahomes, 30 of 39, 241 yards and a touchdown, was sacked just twice in this game. I believe it's the first 2 times the Chiefs have been allowed a sack on Mahomes. Isaiah Pacheco, not the greatest game from him, 68 yards, 24 carries, but did get a touchdown. Travis Kelce, my God, he had the game of his life. 11 targets, 11 catches, 116 yards receiving, and a touchdown. And not just that, Travis Kelce broke Jerry Rice's NFL record for most postseason catches in a career, and he tied Jerry Rice for most 100-yard games in postseason history. What a day for this Chiefs team. Rashee Rice, 8 for 46 yards. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Ladies and gentlemen, I say bring the same energy, right? Marquez Valdes-Scantling had 2 catches, but had the biggest catch of his life when he caught a 32-yard pass on 3rd and 9 to put the game away. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to bash a guy, we better bring the same exact energy. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, he had some crucial drops this year, okay? I don't need to remind you. Everyone knows about it. But he had the biggest catch of his life, making up for that Monday Night Football drop, making up for that drop against the Bengals. The Bengals one wasn't as crucial because the Chiefs won that one, but man, that Monday Night Football one, that lived with a lot of people for a long time. And now, all those people that had anything negative to say about MVS, they don't have that same tune right now. Absolutely not the same tune. He stepped up. Let me check something real quickly with MVS, because if I'm not mistaken, he's been targeted 5 times and has caught all 5 passes thrown his way this postseason. Man, what a night, afternoon, whatever time of day it is, man. I'm just flustered. Some negatives in this one here, but not too many. Second half, no scoring, no problem. Let's talk about the biggest play of the game. LJ Sneed. The best LJ on the field was not Lamar Jackson. It was L'Jarius Sneed. My God, if you needed the most clutch play ever, L'Jarius Sneed did it. Zay Flowers taunting him after a terrible coverage by L'Jarius Sneed. And then what does L'Jarius Sneed do? Speaking of making up for your past errors like MVS did in this game, what did LJ Sneed do? He forced a fumble as Zay Flowers was on his way to the end zone for 6. Sorry. Happened to us last week. We know the pain. Except it didn't cost us the game. And I'll tell you what, LJ Sneed probably added an extra digit to that contract he's going to be asking for this offseason. He deserves it, man. What a clutch moment. For all the shit people want to talk about Sneed and overlooking him in the Pro Bowl and the All-Pro team, boy, that was an All-Pro play right there. Man, karma on Flowers, yeah, 100%, Ashley. Karma on, I mean, you just don't do that. You just don't do that, man. Look, it's not perfect. It's not going to be easy. But the Chiefs found a way. Everyone wrote this team off. Everyone had doubts about this team, including me. And now they're going back to the Super Bowl. I'm going to post the link one more time. We have a full board. Okay, hold on. Okay, I just posted the link one more time if you guys want to call in. It doesn't show me the entire screen. Okay, I see Swaggy. He's up first. Michael is after him. Bob's after him. Daniel, and then Terrence, and then Renee. So if you guys want to get on, please be patient. I see more and more people calling in. Okay, I'm going to make a rule here. Keep your phone call to a minute. If you guys are going over, I'm going to have to cut you off because I want to get everyone in here. So please get to your point. Let us know how you're feeling. I want to hear from as many people possible. I just posted the link. Click on it. Let me know. Swaggy, Jay, you are hitting leadoff, brother. Talk to me, man.
All right. Speaker check here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All year. All year we've taken the shit from everybody, man, and we have answered in the playoffs. It's huge. We took out the Bengals. We took out the Dolphins and Tyreek Hill. We took out the Bills and Josh Allen. We took out probably the MVP and absolutely showed out today against him. Unbelievable what we did today. Absolutely unbelievable. And how prepared were the Chiefs? It was a clinic. They put on a clinic of how to win a playoff game and how to get to a team that was not prepared for that moment at all. The absolute Ravens, I really think they're a better team with us, but they were not prepared for this moment. It just shows the difference in leadership from Kelsey, Mahomes, and Reed. Unbelievable. That's it.
All right, Swaggy J, I appreciate you calling in, man. You have a good one there. Stepped up, man. Listen, Lamar Jackson, great season for him. He'll win the MVP award in a couple weeks, but tonight was Kansas City's night, man. I keep saying tonight, but you guys know what I mean. This was quite the battle. Everything they've gone through, he's right. All the shit these players have taken, and now they can flex their muscles. And anyone that was flexing on this team when they were down, those people are not saying shit. Michael, what's up, Michael?
Hey, I got to do it. Let's go, Chiefs. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. The Chiefs are for real. Yes, this defense, MBS comes up big. I'll give MBS props on that one. He's been coming up big in the playoffs.
Yeah, man, that's huge. Like that drop on Monday Night Football, man, that was so unforgivable, so tough to take in. And you saw him smack his helmet at the wall as he's going to the locker room. And boy, today he made up for that today.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not on the field, so I can't really talk. So he made up for it big time. And this defense is killer, man.
Yeah. Deion Bush, L'Jarius Sneed, all the sacks, all the takeaways. My God.
Next man up. Mike Edwards went down. Next man up. Bush comes in.
That's awesome, man. All right, Michael, I appreciate it, man. Take care. Yeah, he raises a good point. You know, all these things with the Chiefs, the injury, like Miami dealt with injuries, Buffalo dealt with injuries, and a lot of people tried to discredit those wins because the Chiefs played a banged up defense 2 weeks in a row in the playoffs. Well, what about this game? The Chiefs lost Charles Omenihu. They lost Deion Bush. Willie Gay was not available. Nick Bolton was not playing very well. They even got a big play on L'Jarius Sneed before the forced fumble, and they still could not score more than 10 points on this Chiefs team. The only touchdown they got was on a miracle throw and a busted play where Leo Chenal should have had the sack. And for whatever reason, we have Bolton covering Zay Flowers. That was their only touchdown of the game. That and Lamar Jackson throwing the pass to himself, which brought some bad memories. Let's not go over that in detail. But yeah, the Chiefs definitely kept this Ravens team in check. They did a way better job today than I thought they would do. I thought they would have an easier time with the Bills than the Ravens. But man, the Chiefs, what did I tell you guys all week? Get some stops on first and second down, force some passes, because if you have to force Lamar Jackson to pass, that's horrible news for the Ravens. Lamar Jackson was 20 of 37 for 272 yards. A majority of those yards came in the fourth quarter when the Ravens were desperate and the Chiefs were giving them everything in the middle of the field to let the clock keep rolling. I still can't get over that 3rd and 9 call. The 3rd and 9 call was something else. Like, obviously, you don't want to just take a sack or run the ball because it's just 19 seconds and they get the 2-minute warning. But instead, Andy Reid drew up the biggest play of the season. Woo-hoo-hoo. Bob, what's up, man?
Oh, my God, brother. Hey, we did it. We did it, goddammit. We've been battling all fucking year. And if women and children are on here, excuse me, because I'm pumped, baby. Hey, it's back-to-back time now. Hey, that I tell you what, these coaches, man, they pulled a rabbit out of their ass today, buddy. Them son of bitches pulled out every trick they knew. And that defense, my goodness, man, they had the game of their life. I mean, there's just too many big plays, man, to go over all of them. But outstanding, man. I'm so pumped. This team here, man, I mean, we had seen so much adversity all year. We thought that we was done. Stick a fork in us. And look at us, man. We peaked at the right time. And we come in here and kicked all these pussies' ass and played ball when we had to. We're going to the Super Bowl, baby. Woo! I'm pumped.
All right.
This time, hey, thanks for a great year, man. Hey,
Thank you,
we got one
Bob.
more big one to go.
All right. I love it. I appreciate it, Bob. You've been a longtime caller. By the way, real quickly, if you guys haven't done so already, I'm going to put the link right now since we have a lot of people watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel because we're starting to put a lot more content out there. So I really need a lot of people to subscribe to that channel. So please do that at some point today. Let's keep the calling train going. I see a lot of people still on hold, waiting very patiently. Daniel, you've been waiting for a while. How are you, Daniel?
I'm doing great, man. You could doubt the Chiefs. You could dislike the Chiefs. You could disrespect the Chiefs, but you will have to deal with the Chiefs. Ain't that right?
I love it.
I love it. Look, other than going to the Royal Rumble last night, which was great and all to see, and so I was there. That was great to see my man Cody Rhodes winning it all, and then seeing the Chiefs going back to Arrowhead West. Let's not forget about it. It's Arrowhead West. The flag is already under there. I hope my boy that has the flag that did that has a front row 50-yard line seat going to that game. I am pumped up. I cannot wait. This is what I want. I want her to beat Miami and shut their fans up. I want her to beat Buffalo to shut their fans up. I want her to beat the Ravens to shut their fans up. This was all those talking heads that picked the Ravens all week long. You doubted us. You doubted the Chiefs again, except for Boomer Esiason and Nick Wright. I can't wait for that show.
Oh my God. Everyone's going to be setting their DVRs for 2:00 tomorrow afternoon.
I can't wait, but I know you got a lot of people online. So I just want to say thanks again. I'll catch you later.
All right. Appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you for calling in, man. You've been calling really throughout the season. So much appreciated here. Let me comment one more time with the link in the chat because we still have some people who've been waiting very patiently on hold. I'll get back to the calls in a moment. I want you guys to call in. So please, there's a link right there. Just comment it again. Let me know your thoughts. I want to hear from as many people possible because tell me how you're feeling. Tell me if there was a specific part in the game that you really want to point out and talk about. Because I know you guys are. I keep it to a minute, but yeah, if you got a point to make, please do so. Let's go to Terrence. You've been waiting for a while, Terrence. How are you, man?
Barzine, my brother, what's going on? Hold on 1 second. You know what this means, right?
Yes.
Raven tears, baby. Raven tears. I love it. I love it. How about those Chiefs? Oh man. I got so many receipts that I done kept over the last week. I'm gonna be busy all night. But just a couple points. Number one, I love Chris Jones. I love him. But pay LJ Sneed his damn money. Pay him his money. I don't care what it costs. Pay him. And the redemption story of the year got to be MVS. It has to be MVS. I mean, on a day where Kadarius Toney just goes completely insane on social media.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got MVS who goes ahead and makes the play of the year. I'm just so excited about, going back to another Super Bowl. I want the Lions so bad so that we could be like Cody Rhodes and finish the story. We start the season with a loss to the Lions, and we end the Super Bowl with a win against the Lions.
See, I think it's going to be the 49ers, but I want that too. I want that revenge game, 100%.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, good job all season, man. I'll catch you at the Super Bowl.
All right. Thanks, Terrence. Appreciate it, man. he's drinking those tears. Yeah, so Cody Rhodes won the Super Bowl, or not won the Super Bowl. He won the Royal Rumble last year. He won it this year. And the Chiefs also won the AFC Championship both years. Yeah, maybe this thing it really is scripted. Renee, you've been waiting a very long time. Renee, what's going on?
Do you know what it's like to be a Chiefs fan in Las Vegas, Nevada? And now you're coming here to play. I cannot tell you how stoked I am. I cannot tell you I can walk into work tomorrow with all them Raider fans and strut my butt. And I'm just so excited. Sneed, I am so proud of him. Give him some money. Reed played amazing. We got to step up with our offense. I'm going to run down the street screaming after this because I cannot tell you, for my babies to be coming and playing in this Raiders stadium is like Christmas all over again for me. Thank you for your show. I love it. You guys are the best. Let's go, Chiefs!
All right. I appreciate it, Renee. In her own hometown. I love Vegas, man. I love Vegas. So this means a lot to me personally to like see, because you guys know I go to Vegas frequently, to see them go play a Super Bowl in the Raiders' house. Oh, no. Raiders fans do not like that one bit. All they have is their Christmas Day Super Bowl to brag about. We are literally playing the Super Bowl in their house. Oh, that's so painful. Could it be me? McManus, Canada. Are you from Canada?
Woo! Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby.
Sounds like a
Carson,
party.
We love you, man. We watch you. So good to be here. Honestly, that fourth quarter coming down to the wire, MVS coming up huge. Man, I just can't. All the haters, their tears are right here. Unbelievable. Just incredible that we're going back and that we're playing in Vegas is insane.
Yes.
Insane. We love you from Canada. We support the Chiefs. We've been supporters since 2001, 2002. We love you, man.
Thank you. Hey, what part of Canada?
What's that?
What part of Canada?
We're just outside of Toronto.
Okay.
In
awesome.
Ontario.
Oh, so that's like Bill's. That's Bill's country, kind of. Sort of.
Fuck the Bills! Our sister-in-law is a huge Bills fan. She was here last weekend, and it didn't get violent, so we were good.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, you don't want that kind of family feud. No,
definitely not. No, we did good, and yeah, I got all the haters coming on. And just to get there, and it was a clean game, which was huge for us. Just incredible, unbelievable,
awesome, man. Well, hey,
yes,
I appreciate it. Oh, Canada, you guys enjoy yourselves up north there. We'll keep in touch.
Absolutely, Farzan. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you, McManus, Canada. Oh, I cut him off there. Oh, that's okay. All right, John, what's up, John?
Whoa, baby. I'm so happy. Unbelievable. I just have to laugh. All these people on TV. Does anybody realize our third and fourth corners can probably start on 25 of the teams in the NFL? Does anybody realize that when they talk about football? And I thought
they're the experts.
I'm just saying, I keep telling people, nobody gets opened against them and nobody realizes it. Yeah. And I was just, and you know something, Lamar's good, but another thing I got to hear, he's better than Patrick.
No.
Are people serious?
Listen, he's the MVP this year. He is. But you're just Patrick Mahomes has that championship DNA. I think Tony Romo or someone in the CBS pregame show alluded to it. That's a real thing. That is a thing.
And nothing to it. He has ice water in his veins. He threw a 30-yard pass.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but the Lions just scored.
I'm 30 seconds behind you. I see him running now.
I'm behind as well because I'm watching on YouTube TV. But
so am I.
Okay, well,
I'm 30 seconds behind you.
Williams just scored on a monster play right there. So the Lions up 6-0 early. So if that score holds, we got a rematch on our hands.
Well, if you want something funny, a good friend of mine, Jim's a Lions fan. And I told him after the first game, I said, I think we're going to meet up in the Super Bowl. There's only one problem. We're going to destroy you this time.
Yeah, I hope so, man. They won by 1 point. And I don't think Chris Jones and Travis Kelce not being there had anything to do with the loss. It was just bad play in the second half by the Chiefs.
Well, also, even today, Baltimore scored because they went for it on fourth down. They scored. Detroit scored opening week because they faked a punt on fourth down.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just great being a Chief fan. That's all I have to say. I'm 60 years old. If you went through the early 80s, the late 70s as a Chief fan, it was terrible.
Oh, yeah, it was bad, man. I mean, I was not for that era, but yeah, it was bad.
and in the 90s, getting beat by John Elway all the time. So I went through a lot of misery to get this. Have a good day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, John, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in. You know what's so crazy to me? I'm not so big on like reminding the haters of all the shit they talked, but here's what bothered me 22 months ago when the Tyreek Hill trade happened. And so the domino effect of that was a Devontae Adams trade. And everybody thought the Chiefs were going to be, not only would they miss the playoffs, that they would be the worst team in the AFC West. Not even close to what happened. That Tyreek Hill trade, everybody thought this Chiefs team was done for. People thought Mahomes was done for. People thought Kelsey would never be good ever again because everyone can now focus on him. And that's not even remotely close to the case. This entire Chiefs team this year has not been perfect. Far from it. But ever since the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill, the Chiefs are undefeated in the playoffs. They're 6-0 without Tyreek Hill. By the way, Patrick Mahomes leapfrogging in the standings. He is now tied for the third most postseason victories in NFL history. Let me read this real quickly for you guys here because this is just quite the stat here. So Tom Brady has 35 wins. That is obviously super duper high. Joe Montana has 16. Patrick Mahomes has now tied Terry Bradshaw, John Elway, and Peyton Manning in a four-way tie for third place for most postseason wins in NFL history. This guy has been leapfrogging everyone in the rankings here. You look at passing touchdowns, Patrick Mahomes now has 39. One more, he ties Peyton Manning for 5th all time. And by the way, let me go back to Peyton Manning because Peyton Manning played how many playoff games? He played 27. Peyton Manning's played 27 playoff games and he's 14-13. Patrick Mahomes has played 17 and is 14-3 all time. Mahomes has 14 playoff wins in 17 games. Terry Bradshaw did it in 19 games, Elway in 21 games, Peyton Manning in 27 games. Listen, Peyton Manning's a phenomenal quarterback, but he just had a lot of bad postseason moments, man. And I'm not trying to say he's overrated or anything. I don't think any of that at all. But my God, it's just at the end of the day, you gotta be way better than that in the postseason with all the accolades you have and all the playmakers he's had in Indianapolis and Denver. I mean, you look at what Kansas City has this year outside of Travis Kelce, and I know Rashee Rice has been improving every week as a rookie, but isn't every receiving core Manning has had is way better than what Patrick Mahomes has had this year. It's way better. Let me post the link one more time. Phone lines are wide open. We went through all those phone calls right there. So if you guys want to hop on in, if a bunch of people click it, then you might have to wait. We'll have to go in order to see who's first. But we got open lines right now for all of you. Patrick Mahomes making history in the playoff charts. Travis Kelce breaking one of Jerry Rice's record and tying another one of his. My goodness, man. This is a Chiefs football team that, this is the golden era of Chiefs football. On their worst year, statistically speaking, they're going to the Super Bowl. Because I remember watching that Week 18 game when the Chiefs had all their backups in, the same game where Chris Jones was fighting for that $1.5 million $1.5 million or $1.25 million, whatever it was. And Adam Archuleta and Spiro Deeds were kind of joking around. They're like, oh, this is the worst Chiefs team ever with Mahomes, and they have double-digit wins, and they have the number 3 seed. Like, they're joking about it. They're like, oh, well, you know, poor Kansas City. But there were a lot of people that still used this regular season to hold it against the Chiefs and said that this Chiefs team was not going to go very far. I heard a lot of people who said this Chiefs team was going to be one and done in the playoffs. And I'm not hearing from any of those people right now. None of those people have anything to say. Who who's this guy from Barstool Sports? Let me pull up his name real quickly. What is this guy busting with the Will Compton? What the hell is Will Compton talking about? He said the Ravens are about to smack the Chiefs today. What are you talking about? I mean, do you not? This guy supposedly knows football better than anyone else. Do you not pay attention to anything? I mean, what is, I don't know, man. Listen, I don't have a problem if you pick against the Chiefs. They've kind of given you a reason to do that. But to say that this Chiefs team does not match up against the Ravens, get out of here with that. Get out of here. Offensively, they've got a lot to work on going into that final game. But my goodness, man, this Chiefs team right now, the way they're playing defensively, you better be scared. And even though they scored no points on offense, the biggest play that passed to Marquez Valdes-Scantling, I can't decide what I'm more impressed with. Am I impressed with the fact that MVS caught that pass because he was falling down on his back as he was catching it? Or am I more impressed by the play call by Andy freaking Reid? And I know we have criticized Andy Reid a lot over the years for his play calling, and deservedly so. But oh my God, that right there, there is no redemption catch right there than that one for MVS. Why couldn't MVS do it all season? Listen, man, it just didn't happen. It happened when it mattered the most. That's all you can say about this moment right now. Listen, the Chiefs should have scored more points off that turnover. They went for it on fourth down. We could easily sit here and say they should have scored more. And yeah, they should have. And I'm sure we'll talk about that as the week. But now is not really the time to go over that because the Chiefs are going to Vegas, baby. They are in the Super Bowl. Prince W. I see you've been waiting. What's up, Prince W?
Hey, sir, I just want to say go Chiefs, and we did not cheat. The refs was not on our side. Week 1, we was not going to the playoffs.
What do you mean week 1 we weren't going to the playoffs?
That's what everybody was saying after that Detroit loss.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I remember that. I remember people asking on ESPN, they said, is the Chiefs dynasty over after that game? I remember that.
Not at all. We don't got Tyreek Hill. We did it. Mahomes was injured in the Super Bowl. We still did it. They're the best team in the league right now, man. I love the Chiefs.
I love them, man. Anything else you want to say, Prince W?
Man, I want to thank you. I like your platform. I trust your word when it comes to football, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I think this is the first time you've called in, so I appreciate it, man. You take care. Hopefully I hear from you again.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, you take care of yourself. Everyone party safe tonight. We're just getting started, man. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. I'm watching the game on my phone. Not paying attention to it too closely, but 7-0 Detroit, 13-12. I don't think I am way behind. I'm sorry. I am way behind. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. My phone is behind, so I don't know exactly what's going on. I will say this about this Chiefs team, because for all the struggles they've dealt with, I think when you look at the big picture here, and again, I said this earlier, they've got to improve on offense, and I think offensively they've played better. But this is the best defense you have faced all year. Not the Lions, I'm sorry, the Ravens. They're the best in the NFL in points allowed per game. And that Ravens defense, they have stars across the board. They have some damn monsters. And look, their season's not over because some of those guys are going to be playing in the Pro Bowl. Not the Super Bowl. Certainly not the Super Bowl. They'll be playing in the Pro Bowl next week. Ja'Marr Chase will be there. So I don't know. Maybe someone can get his autograph and enjoy that there. AJ calling in. What's up, AJ?
What's up, Farzan? Man, let me tell you, having a heart attack at the age of 29. Woo! But man, of course, we already got the haters talking. We already got people already. The refs, the Chiefs like rigged it. I'm like, bro, did you not watch the game? Did you not see how dirty they were playing? They deserved all them penalties. So like this whole persona of that we got of course the refs. Everyone's the refs already. I'm like, dude, well, it is what it is. We weren't even supposed to be here. We weren't even supposed to make it this far.
Yeah.
So I don't know. This one's I was like, this one's sweeter. I feel like this one, just with that adversity we had, like we say like the drop pass, MVS coming in clutch, like it's just all falling in together, and it's just like I think this one's gonna be sweeter. And then who would love to actually win a Super Bowl in the Raiders toilet bowl before they do? So that'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, Raiders fans, they're gonna be flexing with that Christmas Day win, so you better watch out.
I mean, half of them are my family. They live here in Kansas City, so that's pretty sad.
Oh, AJ. Oh man,
well, man, that was a great one. That was a good one, Project Pat.
Did
his thing.
Hold on, you were frozen. What did you show on your shirt? Oh, okay, I see it. Okay. Oh man, I love it.
Man, that was a beauty. That was definitely a beauty.
Yes, indeed. All right. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you get one more thought in.
No, I was just gonna say, what are you thinking? What do you think now?
Oh, I mean, I'm excited. I think, I've said this a couple times now in the last few minutes, but I think the offense needs to play better. The defense is playing lights out, man. Since week 14, the Chiefs.
And then we should get Willie Gay back, right?
Yes, Willie Gay should be expected back in 2 weeks. And here's the thing. Since week 14, the Chiefs have not allowed more than 7 points in the second half. That is monumental going into a Super Bowl.
It is. It really is. And then, I mean, just you see the stats. We shut Lamar down. Like, we shut 100%. Him down pretty well.
Yeah, 100%.
But, man, man. I feel like we can sleep now.
Yes. All right, AJ, I'm going to let you go, man. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you. And
all right, buddy. Go Chiefs.
Be nice to your family, Raiders fans. It's such a rough 2 weeks for them, knowing the Chiefs are going to be playing in their own stadium, a Super Bowl. Listen, the whole thing with the penalties, okay? I know you could hear it on TV. Their fans booed the hell out of the refs in this game. And I know Warren freaking Sharp, what was that guy trying to prove this week with the penalties and all that shit? Because I'm watching that game, and you got a guy doing a clothesline on Patrick Mahomes. I mean, all these penalties. And then, by the way, Roquan Smith, who's a phenomenal linebacker. What the fuck were you doing in the end there? Just like you I don't know what exactly the logic was to make them get the penalty there. I guess the idea was make it 1st and 10 instead of 1st and 5. But if you really were going to do that, why not just do this? Instead, you just freaking slobber knocked him down. Like, what was that? What kind of football IQ do you have? Like, I'm sure the Harbaugh and the defensive coaches were like, yeah, Roquan, go commit that offsides penalty. I don't think they told you to just destroy the guy. And by the way, the offensive lineman, I don't remember who that was. I think it was, I don't think it was Juwan Taylor. I don't remember who it was. But he just like rolled backwards and was laughing the whole time. It's like, dude, come on. Just terrible football IQ there. And by the way, all this talk about, how the Bills beat the Chiefs and how Patrick Mahomes has never won a road playoff game before. Oh my God. How is Patrick ever going to win a road playoff game? He's never done that before. He's never played in a true road playoff game. Okay, the Bucs game, Super Bowl, some people consider it, some don't, because it was a half empty stadium because of COVID and all that. But man, all these things, like, all these narratives people created about the Chiefs. Oh, the offense, they're still dropping passes. The Chiefs just took a big pile of shit on all those narratives, man. They just absolutely didn't give a damn. And look, playing sports today is more difficult than it was 15, 20 years ago, because today every athlete is on social media. Every athlete is, they hear it, okay? They hear the talk. I just saw Justin Reed go off on a Chiefs blogger for his criticism. It's like, man, everyone just hears the shit. Tyrann Mathieu was very well aware of everything that was said about him. And he responded to a lot of that stuff, which I disagreed with. But, they just hear all of that noise today. And for the Chiefs to be able to block all of that out, awesome. I mean, think about Patrick Mahomes. Okay, listen, I'm not the biggest fan of his brother. His wife, I mean, I'm not a fan of hers, but I don't have any issues outside of the champagne thing. But man, Patrick constantly has to deal with the fact that his family, his mom, everyone in his family gets attacked. Travis Kelce this year, he's been dealing with all of the personal attacks because he did a commercial with Pfizer and his relationship with Taylor Swift. Like all of that was, you cannot tell me he didn't see any of that. 100% he saw that. And the Chiefs get the laugh. They can get the last laugh in 2 weeks. And oh my God, man, I'm just telling you right now, and I'm trying to say this without getting emotional and shit, but you know, for the longest time, I'm like, I just want to watch one Super Bowl with my family, with my parents before, you know, their time comes. And now I'm about to watch 4 in 6 years with them. And I'm so thankful for that. Man, I know some of you, we talked about this a while ago. Some of you guys talked about family members that you guys didn't get a chance to watch a Chiefs Super Bowl with. And, you know, unfortunately, that's life sometimes. You know, you might have special moments in your life, but not every member of your family, your loved ones are there for that moment. So, man, if you get to enjoy moments, if you're like a massive sports fan, like my family and I all are, enjoy this, man. Enjoy this with them, because I know there are a lot of people out there who would love to experience that. People who have had memories. I still remember my dad taking me to the no punt game. Remember that in January of 2004, 20 years ago. Man, what an epic game that was. Unfortunately, the Chiefs were on the losing side of that, but you cannot, I mean, that was my favorite memory with my dad. I'll never forget that. We can maybe talk about that another time because there were some funny moments in that game, but my God, everything, man, all that stuff. It's awesome. It's awesome, man. Hey, phone lines are wide open right now. So let me real quickly post the link here. Oh wow. As soon as I said that, we had a couple people call on in. So Liliana, I'll go to you. Liliana, how are you?
Good. How are you, person?
Good. What's up?
Hey, look, my brother and I, we're just happy the Chiefs won.
Awesome. Love it.
Hey, man, how do you feel? I predicted the score. I predicted the score to be 21. I told my sister the score was going to be 21-10. How do you feel about how they played?
Well, you were a lot closer than I was. I thought it was going to be 24-20. Listen, defense, lights out, very clutch moments with L'Jarius Sneed and Deon Bush. And then the Chiefs offense, man, they've got to play better for sure. But they did enough.
MBS having that clutch catch at the end,
Yes.
you know, he took a lot of heat all year saying that he wasn't catching. He did. He cost us 2 games. I'll give him that. He cost us 2 games earlier in the year. But for him to come up clutch in this moment, you know, I got to give him his flowers.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, man. I mean, who knows what would have happened in those 2 minutes if the Chiefs punt the ball? Because if he drops it, not only do you get the ball back, I think the 2 minute, they would have had enough with the 2 minute warning as like a timeout there too. So, and who knows what Lamar Jackson could have pulled in that one.
Yeah, it definitely would have got interesting. Definitely, would have been a little bit too tight for me, you know. So for them to be able to get that convert on that first down, it was just great. You know, I have a lot of confidence in my team. I love my team. We went to go see them earlier this year, play the Raiders. I believe it was on, I don't remember what week it was.
The 26th.
But it was on Thanksgiving weekend. And I told my sister when they beat the Raiders, I said, watch, this team's going to turn it around. It's a different team in the postseason. So I'm glad we're there again. I love my team. Go Chiefs, man.
All right. Appreciate it. You guys take care of yourselves and enjoy. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. Take care of yourselves. Doug, you've been waiting for a little bit. What's up, Doug?
Farzine, how are you tonight?
Good, sir. Talk to me.
I saw that jump you made. That was a good jump that you made. I might have jumped a little bit high. I really wasn't. You know, I told you last week. You know, last week I was just a bundle of nerves and just mad the whole game, how things were going. It just didn't look good. I was calm. I really thought they were going to win. Just after last week, I thought that was the nemesis last week. And the way they came down the first two and they scored touchdowns was fantastic. And the defense showed up. You know, I mean, it just a great game. Got my lucky, got to fight for your right to party shirt on. You know, that's been my go-to. Good to hear Trav yell that out at the end. But, you know, it's just one of those things. Hey, Mahomes is just bundling, you know, AFC championships and Super Bowl appearances. And, you know, sometimes people think they can't get, you know, why can't they get big free agents, whatever, to Kansas City? You know, what's up with Mahomes? You know, but look what he does in the playoffs. That catch at the end, MVS would have dropped that 5 weeks ago. I mean, maybe he wouldn't have, you know, but that's just how the season was going. You know, it was just, but that thing was up there, and I swear that ball was up there for an hour coming down. I'm just like, catch that ball. And he caught the ball, and I'm like, this game's over.
Yeah.
So just a great one. You know, it's great for the Chiefs, you know, great for the Hunt family, especially with them losing Norma Hunt, you know, last year. That's a tough thing. Everybody thinks about it, especially us, you know, old time fans that seen the Hunt family, you know, build that team up and the city get behind them. It's just great. You keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully by the time I get down to Kansas City tomorrow, they don't run out of Chiefs shirts.
All right, Doug, sounds good, man. I appreciate calling in. You take care of yourself. Enjoy the night. Yeah, you know, with all the excitement, I kind of forgot about it. The Lamar Hunt Trophy coming back to Kansas City. And it's probably more special this year, as Doug mentioned, because of the loss of Norma Hunt. Listen, obviously the Lombardi Trophy, like, that's the biggest one. But if there was a team that maybe had a little more value in the Lamar Hunt Trophy, would have to be Kansas City. For so many years, you know, we would watch so many other teams win the Lamar Hunt Trophy, and it happened in against the Patriots in Arrowhead, and the Lamar Hunt Trophy was right there sitting at Arrowhead. I think that's the first time ever a Lamar Hunt Trophy was physically present at Arrowhead. And to watch the Patriots take it, it's like, man, when's Kansas City going to be able to get that? And they did. Man, they've done it now 4 times. 4 times in 6 years. Well, technically 4 and 5 years. But because of the AFC Championship run, like, everyone just thinks of that. 6 years in a row you've been to the AFC title game. Didn't host it this year. Didn't matter. Never won a road playoff game. Well, Patrick's now 2-0 in road playoff games. You traded Tyreek Hill 22 months ago. Well, the Chiefs have not lost a playoff game since trading Tyreek Hill. What other narrative do you want to throw out there? Because quite honestly, it just fires up this football team. By the way, and Rochelle, I'll get your call in a second here. But before the game, what the hell was Justin Tucker doing, putting all of his kicking equipment right in the spot where the Chiefs are doing their warm-ups? And I'm seeing some people say, well, it's their house. I don't give a shit if it's their house. You have a side for warm-ups, and then your opponents have a side for warm-ups. The kickers, punters, and long snappers, they get on the field way earlier than everybody else, and they do their thing before all of the defensive backs, and then the tight ends and receivers and running backs and quarterbacks, offensive line, defensive line, before they all come out. So get your shit out of the way. I had no problems with Travis Kelce grabbing all of that trash and getting it off the field. Dude, you see the quarterback is trying to throw the ball, and all that equipment is right there. Get your shit and go somewhere else. You know, by the way, I don't know what they call it. It's not a tee, but the little equipment that serves as like a holder, why is that at the 1 yard line? Because I know for a fact, and I have kicked 0 field goals in my life, no kicker practices from the 1 yard line. So I don't know why that has to be there in the first place. So good on Travis Kelce for throwing all that shit out of the way. It's 14-0 Lions. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Well, If the 49ers don't turn things around, I guess we know who the Super Bowl is going to be. It's going to be it really is going to be Taylor Swift versus Eminem. By the way, where are all those conspiracy theorists who are using that Super Bowl logo said the NFL is script? So if the Ravens win, it's script because of the logo. But if the Chiefs win, it's script because the NFL wants Taylor Swift there. Funny how it all works out.
It's script because of the logo. But if the Chiefs win, it's script because the NFL wants Taylor Swift there. Funny how it all works out. It's script because of the logo. But if the Chiefs win, it's script because the
Okay. Rochelle, there's a massive echo there. It's me. We don't need to hear. No one wants to hear me twice. Please turn down the volume. I'll give you a few seconds and I'll bring you back on. So take care of that and I'll give you a few seconds and I'll try you again. This football team, no turnovers. The only turnover this Chiefs team committed was in the Miami game at the end of it when the game was done. It was out of reach. There was nothing to do in that football game. But this Chiefs team has played very smart and sound football. Think about that. No turnovers committed this postseason, except for one late in the wild card game, which the game was way out of reach. Trey Smith, those back-to-back penalties, he shouldn't have really done. Got to be better about that kind of thing. Because Rashee Rice has had 2 touchdowns taken away from him this year. Come on. He deserves those touchdowns too. And both were like penalties that, don't get me wrong, should have been, the flag should have been thrown, but those were like non-impact penalties too, which is frustrating. Rochelle, I'm going to give you another chance here. What's up, Rochelle?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I turned everything down. This is my first time doing this, but
no worries. You're good.
The Chiefs and the Ravens are my 2 favorite teams. So, of course, I'm born and raised in Kansas City, Missouri, and the Chiefs is my team. But I was like, if the Ravens win, I won't feel so bad. But they didn't win. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to the Super Bowl again for the 4th time. And when you talk about your parents, my mother was a Kansas City Chiefs, big time Kansas City Chiefs and Royals fan. Yeah. And she's not here. And she would have just been loving this right now, just to see the Chiefs, a new quarterback. Of course, she was living when they won their first Super Bowl. But I'm glad they won. I put my big flag, Kansas City Chiefs flag up outside. I just recently went out and pulled it in. And, I'm just really happy for them. They're on another level to me. One of my nephews was telling me, hey, this might be a dynasty, auntie. I was like, okay, maybe, but they're on their way, I think.
Oh, yeah. Very well. Listen, 6 straight AFC championship appearances, 4 Super Bowl appearances, possibly 3 wins. And even if they don't win, you can't deny this team and the dynasty. This is a dynasty, 100%.
Yeah, they're getting there. But thank you for taking my call.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for calling, Rochelle. You have a great night. Enjoy the win. Party tonight. Party all across, in and outside of Kansas City. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I think, a lot of people might be looking at this football team now a little differently. And look, it's 14-0. Yeah, red and blue is purple. Yeah. Yeah, and she was talking about family, and hopefully her mother is in a better place. Hopefully all of you guys who've had loved ones who you guys enjoyed sports with so much, hopefully they're in a better place. I still remember in 2014 when people were talking about the Royals, what this meant to them, who they want to dedicate these moments to, and all that stuff. And I wasn't a big baseball guy. I'm not. I'm just not. No offense to the sport or any big baseball fans. Don't get me wrong. I followed the Royals and enjoyed their run, but man, this Chiefs run means way more to me than those Royals runs. And to see, I thought last year going back to the Super Bowl and winning was sweet because everyone wrote off the Chiefs after the Tyreek Hill trade. Well, during this season, people wrote off the Chiefs and nobody gave them a chance to make it here. And they're here. And this feels way sweeter. Listen, I kind of just like thought about the Patriots dynasty a year or two ago, and I thought, does this thing kind of lose its luster a little bit? Because not to say that a Super Bowl win, is boring or anything. I'm sure it's exciting every single time, but kind of just wondered, like, at some point, it's like, okay, we're going to another Super Bowl. Well, the Patriots, if a lot of people recall, they were doubted so many times. This Chiefs team right now, and I heard Colin Cowherd to do this comparison. This Chiefs team is very similar to the 2014 and the 2017 Patriots teams, where not only were they written off, everyone in Boston wanted Belichick and Brady to move on. And the Patriots won Super Bowls both of those years. So, I think, look, here's what I'm learning as we go through this dynasty phase, or as Taylor Swift likes to put it, the Swifties like to put it, in their dynasty era. I think you just have to accept the fact that even though the standard is always high, it's not always going to be perfect. A lot of you guys have brought this up. Everyone is going to give it your best shot. Didn't everybody do that with the Patriots over the years? Because whenever the Patriots were on someone's schedule, everybody circled that one. That was the big game. And now whenever Kansas City is on someone else's schedule, all of those fans, they circle that schedule, because teams like the Raiders, the Packers, the Broncos, teams that were able to beat the Chiefs this year, that's their Super Bowl. That is their Super Bowl, because those fan bases are all going into the offseason saying, well, we beat the Chiefs the year they went to the Super Bowl. The Colts, they beat the Chiefs twice the same time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. So the Colts kind of have that consolation prize. I remember when Chiefs fans had that as a consolation prize. I'll never forget in 2014, the Chiefs missed the playoffs, yet they beat the two number one seeds that year, the Seahawks and the Patriots, who, by the way, both went to the Super Bowl. And I'll never forget the week of the Super Bowl, Chiefs fans were bragging about that. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if this is the flex we all want. I don't know the score. I listen, I'm posting as I'm doing the show because I gotta still keep my social media going. But ESPN's pointing out that the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl despite going scoreless in the second half. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've said many times you can't do that kind of thing, and I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot as the week goes on. But this defense, since week 14, they have not allowed 7 or more points. Or excuse me, more than 7 points. They've allowed 7 points. That's it, though. Just 7 points in the second half since week 14. This defense is for real. I mean, they've been doing it in the regular season against great teams, and now they're doing it every single playoff game. They allowed 0 against the Dolphins in the second half. They allowed just 1 touchdown in the second round, the divisional round against a Bills team, which I know their defense was banged up, but they had all their guys on offense. They had all the guys they wanted. By the way, Miami had all the guys they wanted on offense too. They had Jalen Waddle, they had Tyreek Hill, they had Mostert, they had Achane. They had all their key guys. And the Chiefs defense continue to dominate. It's insane. It's insane. Oh, look at this. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce celebrating on the field. Oh, people are not going to like that. That's awesome. Oh, look at Jason Kelce pumping his brother up. I love it, man. I love it. All right. I think I'm at a point now where we can wrap up the show. I know this was more of a more like just talking about the team in general than a specific recap of the game. We did touch on some stuff with the game, did we not? Yeah, we did. So I think we covered really all the key stuff here. I'm going to sign off. However, I will be back in a couple of hours because we will be talking who the Chiefs will play in the Super Bowl. So it's either going to be the 49ers or the Lions. When is the next show? The next podcast is going to be Wednesday at 7:00. However, I'll be back later tonight. So as soon as the NFC Championship game goes final, I will be back. So please come back and let's talk about who the Chiefs will play in the Super Bowl. It's going to be Taylor Swift versus Eminem. That is the Super Bowl. Last year it was Donna Kelsey. She got all the Super Bowl coverage. This year it's going to be Taylor Swift and Eminem. Tonight, what time? Whenever the NFC Championship game goes final, Rochelle. That is when I'll go live. What did I think of the Royal Rumble? I thought it was all right. I thought CM Punk was going to win. It wasn't like the most exciting Royal Rumble. A lot of these Royal Rumbles don't have legends coming back anymore on surprise entrance because their roster is way too stacked today compared to years past. So it's not what it used to be. No more. I mean, there was a few like surprise returns, but I did not know who those guys. Like Andrade, I didn't know who he was, but he seems like a dog. Like he seems cool. But anyway, well, we can talk about that more later. All right, guys, I'm out of here. My name is Farzin Vasugian. Thank you for downloading and listening to this podcast. If you're listening on the archive version, for all of you who listened and watched live on Facebook and YouTube, thank you all so much. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you all later. Take care.